I think Phil got fingered, Marcus.
It's a giant hand.
I mean, that's a very giant hand, Marcus.
You know, you should never open the show talking about fingering.
I mean, it's not the
Why
middle
not?
finger.
Why not?
So Marcus,
making some people in going fingering. Oh my God, I'm here.
Marcus, what prompt did you put in to get this big giant hand with a pointing finger? What did you type?
Nothing.
In Gemini.
Just, same thing that's on every prompt. Give me a thumbnail with a title. CM Punk and CM Feud gets personal. And it was with
Also,
whatever
you don't
image
even
they
put
had.
proper prompts anymore.
Like you don't even pop it up.
I have never used a proper prompt. What would you want me to
That
use?
so much.
You don't even
What would you want me to
try.
use? What are you talking about? I get the same result. Are you guys unhappy with this thumbnail?
This is a big head.
I don't mind it. I feel like when I look back at somebody other thumbnails, then I'm like, oh.
And then I don't know why is Collision first, and then Collision.
I like the color schemes. Okay, I like the
word-
color schemes.
the
I
words
did
match the
that.
colors- the
Oh,
words
did
match
you
the color
say so?
scheme,
You
but
like that color scheme, do you?
You still
Because
on
when
that?
I'm not saying I like the color scheme as in I like the colors of McDonald's. I'm not saying I like the McDonald's color. No. It's not crashing down, and it doesn't hurt inside. In fact, it feels great inside.
If you hurt my pride.
Yeah, how dare you try and claim this as ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Anyway.
I'm loving it.
Welcome to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. I am Eric.
I'm the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes.
And I'm the obviously black, but obviously frustrated and tired Marcus the grand finale.
And Kane started the show off really hot. He said, "Is this the promo for the next Fantastic Four movie with KO as Reed Richards? Because his arm is extended, Marcus. It's extended.
Eric,
Multiverse.
when you refer to the Fantastic Four, you must go Fantastic Four.
I don't, because I don't like them, and everyone knows I don't like the Fantastic Four.
Somehow, to me, in this image, if we compare it to Fantastic Four, I still would call CM Punk Reed Richards and Kevin Owens the Thing, and going, Reed, you can't be doing this. You're an asshole, Reed.
Fat. 20 years that's been in his head about being called fat. For 20 years.
20 years. Shit. What about
You know what? All the unshaped wrestling fans should be on Kevin Owens' side at this point.
I don't know whose side I'm supposed to be on. I just think Kevin, who's been harvesting these emotions for 20 years.
20
Let
years,
it all
man.
out. Let it all out. But we'll get to that in a minute, Eric. Start your show, man. Let's do it.
Well, anyway, we had a pre-show meeting where we actually didn't tomfool ourselves around. We actually were productive.
We did what?
We didn't have no tomfoolery.
Tomfool?
We didn't have
We
no tomfoolery.
tomfoolered ourselves around. Yeah,
So,
we didn't tomfoolered ourselves.
I learned first and foremost that tilapia is a real fish, and that lie that was put into my household was, the debunked when Marcus told me about his scandal when he told somebody that, and they was like, whatever, and Marcus used his superhero power to clown himself out of that situation of stupidity. But
so the
with that
moral of the
being
story
said-
is anything Eric says is not credible, so don't listen to him.
It's baseless. It's baseless.
Well,
I can't listen to it.
Hey, but you have to understand how Marcus can joke his way out of situations. I can say stuff with the utmost confidence to make people believe that it's true, and it might be
No, you can't.
it might be wrong.
No, you
Sell me now. No, you can't.
I'm not selling you anything right
We
now.
don't believe your lies.
I'm not your salesman.
You're a
Anyway,
delusional used car salesman.
so
How
in the
dare
pre-show
you?
in the pre-show meeting, Marcus came up with a question.
I don't care.
He said,
Give the
if we
question.
had a time machine that can only go back 10 years, only 10 years, what would we change in professional wrestling? And with that being said, how do we determine who goes first? It's either Manny or Marcus. Who is ready right now?
I've got two, but which one do you want?
Manny, you go with your first one. Let's go with your first one.
So, it's a series of events which led to this. You got to prevent Vince from doing Vince stuff and being caught. Because I need to.
Get caught. Manny's not my full cover up. Go ahead.
I feel this led to the sale of WWE, which led to the merger of UFC WWE under the umbrella of TKO, which has set down a terrible sense of money hungry pigs, and this is the state of we are in WWE. So I would say prevent the sale. prevent the merger of WWE and UFC to form TKO. Because I think that's ruined wrestling, ruined WWE for everyone.
Oh yeah, Manny, that's a really, really good one. I'm gonna Marcus.
That's not the one you had.
No, that's not the one I
I
had.
thought that's what
I thought all three of us had the same one. Go ahead, Eric.
Mine is a little bit more personal. I would stop the ending of the WWE Network. I love the WWE Network. I thought it was a great thing, but of course, people didn't want to pay the $9.99. $9.99. We had every pay-per-view, even if we didn't like it, at our disposal. It was a wonderful, wonderful time in life. And you also had a abundance of old wrestling if you enjoyed it. And they had the framework to make everything great. But you know what happened? Wrestling fans did not want to pay $9.99. And so they went to Peacock. And then from Peacock, it just went downhill.
That is not the story. It's not that they didn't want to pay $9.99. No one had a problem with the price. They had a problem with Roman Reigns being the champion.
Mark, there were cheapskates, Marcus. They were still cheapskates, Marcus.
During that time,
no, they were cheap. They were cheap, but they had a problem with Roman Reigns being the champion and Bryan Danielson not getting pushed. That's why they canceled.
Let's go back when that era was on. So it was still $9.99 wherever you were at. I still saw cheapskates in the mid-card mess going, hey, anybody got a link? And then when I see certain names attached to that, I already form opinions. You can't afford $9.99.
Yeah, and the thing was, WWE was operating at a loss at that $9.99 because of the infrastructure and stuff like that. So they were very happy to get out of the streaming game. But I thought that they handled it very well compared to when it went to Peacock. You had to navigate all the NBC shows that no one wanted to see, Parks and Rec, Community, and stuff like that. And then. And ESPN is the biggest nightmare ever. It's the biggest. I mean, you got Port West is living on the free hour. That's the only thing he knows that takes place at pay-per-view. It's the free hour. That's it.
He could pay, but he chooses not to.
You know what? Why don't he cancel his entire cable subscription? Okay? And go the other route with this instead of paying for that one, and he can afford more than one free hour. I'm just saying.
But this isn't a show about talking about where's his finances. This is what
he ain't even here to defend his finances.
So Marcus, what's yours?
Well, both of you guys have took 1A and 1B of what things that needed to change. The WWE Network needed to stay around, which prompted the question in the first place. And Vince McMahon's meeting of Janelle Grant should have never happened of any kind. So I'm only left with one thing, and it's the alternative route of all of this. I think that the NWA should have never had that cocaine segment, and I think they would have been okay. No, but honestly, I'm going. Mine would be used. It'd be the biggest waste of a time machine to save the NWA from itself. The NWA had a chance, man. I wouldn't have put the title on Brodus Clay. I wouldn't have put the title on Bram. I wouldn't have did their cocaine segment. I wouldn't have signed any random TV deal that kind of took them off YouTube and their presence. I would have put more money into that motherfucker. I would have kept their stars that they had of Eddie Kingston, Ricky Saints, and all the people that are main eventing today on AEW and WWE that they had first. I'm just saying. They had something there. They had it. There was a moment where the NWA could have been the number 2 wrestling promotion in the world. Now,
no.
They had a chance. There was a window.
They weren't even close. There was a window. No, there may have been a window, but at that time, AEW as a number 2 was way bigger, and even TNA was bigger than that. They were number 4.
Marcus,
I believe they got ahead of TNA. Hold on. They got ahead of TNA, and they got ahead of Ring of Honor when Ring of Honor was independent from AEW. They were number 3, but they had a chance. They had an opportunity to get to number 2, but they made some bad decisions of, Marty Scurll did. The cocaine is there's a lot of things that went wrong in NWA. I think they just needed new management.
Okay, so I know we brought up the things that we would change.
Well, I got 1D. I have a 1D.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So it was preventing Ridge Holland from joining WWE in 2018, thus preventing him ending Big E's in-ring career in 2022.
That's very personal for Manny right there.
And also ending the New Day's run.
Mark, you had another one?
But with that side effect, I think, Manny, with your butterfly effect of that, do we not get the Obafemi run as champion? Because we had your black, all right? You had Big E, okay? We gave you that.
No, I think Obafemi with the right pushing would have been inevitable.
Would they be looking for a black person then? Because the racism plays for this
no, yeah, I get you. I think Obafemi, because he's a big guy, would have been fine. I think Trick and Javon may not have happened. If we're playing that game.
And Marcus, your hand went up. Is there something else you want to add?
Oh, wait, what do you mean? When?
Oh, because you stopped. So you cut me off. But so we talked about things that we would change. How about what is something that we would keep the same? Like, you're okay with what happened. Is there anything that you've seen positive in the last 10 years? I can go first because I have mine.
Go ahead.
WWE NXT. I think NXT has been a very positive thing, especially for having somewhat of an alternative and a developmental system that gets people ready for the main roster. I mean, yeah, you would wish that they would knock it out the park with every person that they have in NXT, but they don't. But the few stars that NXT has created has been, transitional talents, your Biancas and stuff like that.
I'm not giving you that because that started in 2012.
Yeah, that's older than 10 years.
Oh, shit. It isn't?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was about to jump in and say as well. I was about to say, you can't do any of that. I thought you were trying to say I would have kept the death of the black and gold era and went with the 2.0 era because that gave us all the black.
I actually like the 2.0 era. I know a lot of people didn't. I like the 2.0. I thought it was a good change from the black and gold era.
Did you say you keep that one?
I actually thought
the last 10 years.
Okay. How about this? I like that WWE started going with more in-house talent, with the deals of athletes that didn't make it in their respective sports instead of going out and poaching everybody from the indies. That was within 10 years, right?
They still do. They still poach. I mean,
they still take a few indie people.
But the problem is the indie people are now being taken by AEW first.
Yeah, they are.
They get scooped up there first, and then WWE gets kind of like, we get the leftover. The highest buzz goes to AEW first because they're the highest bidder. And those people, and most indie people will be like, you gonna pay me how much? Tony, you fool. You damn fool, Tony. You gonna give me $1 million, I'm gonna sit my ass at home. Manny, what would you keep the same?
I, like Kane in the chat, kind of enjoy having all the WWE pay-per-view, WWE live shows like NXT, Raw and Smackdown, all in one place, all live. Because you never really got that in the international. You never really got that on the WWE network. You got Raw and SmackDown. They came on, I think, a month after they aired into their archive. NXT aired live, and then you got all the pay-per-views. So I kind of like the model we have now. It's just the only thing I have bad about the Netflix WWE on Netflix, especially internationally, is it's a mess. Everything is everywhere.
Yeah. The one thing I would have kept, and I thought would be the obvious answer. I think the existence of AEW. Yes, there's been some failed executions on their parts. They've had some missteps here and there. But the competition for WWE needed to happen. We needed this alternative, and I think it's the best thing to happen in wrestling in probably the last 30 years since WCW died. With that being said, see, it's not as fun when we do that. But I also, if I were to change anything in the time machine, I would have made Shinsuke Nakamura champion at WrestleMania in New Orleans against AJ Styles and trying to get that out the way, kind of get stuff out the way. And, I would have eliminated COVID. We would have eliminated COVID entirely.
I don't know if this is in the last 10 years. I don't know if this is the last 10 years, but I am appreciative of at least the WWE taking women's wrestling a lot more seriously than they did back in the day when we were growing up.
I agree.
I mean, because, there are really talented women wrestlers, and I think back then they just did not take that seriously at all.
I think the women's revolution in all media, I'm glad that's happening. And I'm glad the WNBA is getting their shine. Olivia Miles, the rookie.
Can I just say, the WNBA is wild.
It's the best league if you watch it. It's crazy.
Every time I was like, this isn't real. This isn't how something should be run.
No. I honestly think it's the WNBA is the AEW of sporting groups right now. There's so much random drama in there where you go like that.
No, it's always about drama. I don't care about the game. It's the drama that comes from the game that I care about.
But every game has some random drama, and you'd be like, "Who's sleeping with who? What? That's a story."
But Manny,
that can happen in a sports league. People fucking, and no one cares.
We talk about what we want in professional wrestling. Like, you can have great matches and stuff like that, but you really want a storyline. And I think WNBA, they're really embracing this storyline of people don't like this person, this entitlement, this person. We're not going to let these transgender get in and stuff like that. It's really WWE. I don't know what's going on over there.
And then
you also got former NWA champion Brodus Clay saying that the WNBA should be funding themselves.
Well, you get him and Val Venus and shit chiming in, who don't, I believe, ever need to talk. I believe both men need to lose their tongue.
He said this on Fox News.
Yeah. Where else would he say that, Manny, and not get told to shut the fuck up at?
That's also true.
But yeah, the WNBA they just produce storylines, man. They out there living their best life and producing storylines, and it's
but I don't think I heard them as much since the two powerful white women in the WNBA started doing things on the FIFA.
That's also true. That's all. I mean, sometimes you need a villain, aka a heel, to make stuff work, and that's what happens. You know.
It's all working out. I think it's all working. And you know what they brought that the NBA can't bring anymore? These women are tough. The NBA are a bunch of soft-ass people who complain about calls. They'll just punch you in the WNBA. They don't care. They don't care. I don't like you.
Wow. She's like this. She's either being attacked or she's like this.
Well, she's flopping. This
woman is always complaining about something.
Yeah, you know.
She's the worst.
That being said,
she's like Luka Doncic.
The old librarian says, I miss the network for the archives. So much old footage they had, not just for the Fed. Some of it on the vault now, but it's not as much of a complete or searchable archive as it was. Yeah, the network was really nice at the beginning. And then Kane says, perhaps we could have a Sting versus Taker match when Sting did his stint in WWE, since we are changing one thing in history. I mean,
it's too long. It's too far back.
With that being said,
that's why I didn't pick that. It's more than 10 years.
As we talk about storylines in wrestling, let's jump into the SmackDown show. The show started off with Nick Aldis inside the ring, and he planned on stripping Chelsea Green of her title. Not the person who's at home, but Chelsea Green.
I'm going to strip the interim champion.
Yeah, we're going to strip the interim champion. I don't understand this. I don't know. However, Chelsea came out there with the most passionate and just was playing her. She was paying attention in acting class. She said it was too good to be true. Even when she was climbing the ladder to win the title, she felt something bad would happen to her. She is more than just comic relief or a perfect opponent for the girls. She has missed weddings, funerals, and she put her faces in cakes and pies and had the entire world laugh at her. And and she's been told she wasn't worth it. And you're not going to take this away from me. And then she handed him the title, and I was very confused. I was very confused when she handed him the title. But then, Nick said, you know what? The GM knows what the right thing is to do. But the man knows, Chelsea, you got 30 days. And once again,
I love the drama for some reason.
I'm sitting here, and I'm like, she got 30 days. Fucking Rhea been laid up for months. She's the champion. What the hell? It made no sense to me. None.
Not only is Rhea laid up for months, missing in action, not showing up to work, not even dropping videos. Liv didn't defend her title for over 100 days. Over 100 days. So why is it so pressed? So to Chelsea. Yeah, why she only get 30?
Because she's Canadian, I think.
Or maybe because Nick knows because he had that match, he got to run a tighter ship. I'm not sure. It made no sense.
Maybe there's levels to white women that we just weren't aware of.
Overall, man, did you enjoy this opening segment?
I think her husband's too dark, and that's why they had to take the title from her.
No. Can you finish the whole opening segment because Gunther came out there?
Oh, okay. You want me? I
there's more than Chelsea.
I thought we were gonna talk about Chelsea. Okay, so then Gunther comes out there. And he's like, y'all need to stop all this nonsense. I need to know why you screwed me, Nick. Why you didn't let me know? Nick let him know, hey, I didn't screw you. I knew KO was going to be the match. I screwed him by putting your ass in the match. He said, oh, no. Chelsea interrupted and said that I'm the only champion in this ring. You know what? I should be the only one talking. This is my moment. He tells her to shut up. Then Matt Cardona come down there.
You gotta come out there.
He comes down there. He gets in his face. Chelsea trying to tell him, no, don't do it, baby. Don't do it, baby. Next thing you know, he fights. He punches him. And then we get a match of a man in his slacks fighting Zack Ryder where he ultimately wins. But that was the opening. It was a hell of a way to open up a SmackDown. Now, Manny, what did you think of the opening segment?
I've really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the interaction because Gunther's out here bringing people back to relevance these days.
He ain't bringing himself.
He made Zack Ryder relevant.
It's true.
And then I pose the question back to you, Eric.
Oh.
Shantae's in this ring. Gunther comes out. You coming out?
Yes.
I already told Marcus the issue that I'm going to have is that
Explain yourself.
by the time I'm coming out there, I'm going to be pulling Shantae off of Gunther because she going to fight him first. She ain't going to take that shit. I don't have to, and I'm a fat man. It's going to take me some time to get down to the ring. So it might be a mixed tag match on his ass.
Yeah, man, we know, Eric, you're going to be in the back and you're going to be in the middle. You try to finish your plate in catering before you get out there. We know this, okay?
He pointed out that Zack was a caterer.
That was not making the save from catering.
Marcus,
I was like, damn.
Like, I'm supposed to be on the show tonight.
Did you like the opening segment?
Oh, man, I thought it was an entertaining show. You know what I liked the most about this segment? I got interactions of characters I didn't think would ever interact in my life.
Yeah.
Like, Chelsea and Gunther just interacting, Matt Cardona being dug up in this, and we get a match between them. Not even thinking that I was looking forward to this or anything, but it was a pleasant surprise of just seeing, it felt new. I don't know what it was. It just felt new and fresh, and I was into it the whole time, and the drama of it all. Like, the Chelsea has 30 days. I like that stipulation, even though I think it's batshit ridiculous. I just like the drama of, can she do it? Will she beat the 30 days? I just want her to come in on day 30. It's going to be dramatic. Don't know what episode of SmackDown that is, but I can't wait for that one. And then it's going to also lead to Chelsea Green versus Gunther, which is something I want to see more than Matt Cardona versus Gunther. We've seen what she can do against Penta, and now see her against Gunther in a match of the year. And third, Matt Cardona needs to be out there as soon as Gunther start walking. As soon as Gunther start walking, you need to be out there because Gunther to me gives me the vibe of old white man that hits wife every now and then. Just saying.
Wow. So after Gunther,
You don't get that vibe from Gunther?
No, I think
I'm not tolerating this. Where's my sandwich, woman?
He's a nice man, I think. So after Gunther defeated,
I get that more from Oba than I do. I get that more from Oba than I do.
Well, Oba's a piece of shit. Well, we all know Oba's a piece of shit from
emphasis
NXT.
on NXT that he was putting women in places. That's what I knew was the problem. Like right then and there. So after Gunther defeated Cardona, the storyline didn't end right there. Because apparently Nia and Lash was also in catering, and they heard about this 30-day title defense, and Nia came down and said, I'll come out there and break your face again, bitch. I got history in this. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
she's a known face breaker. Oh, habitual face breaker. But whenever she breaks your face, you become the biggest star in the company.
Yeah. The Tiffy Time came out and made the save, and no one cares about Tiffy Time making the save. No one does.
But it was Tiffy Time.
It was a failed saving. She came out and got destroyed.
I know, but still, it's like Tiffy. Tiffy was having a bad night. We're not even gonna how bad her night was.
Let me tell you this. Tiffy ain't shit either. Matt Cardona made it down for his wife. But Tiffany's supposed to be my ride or die, my girl. I'm in peril right now. I'm in peril. I have Nick Aldis, who's going to take my title away in 30 days. And I have Gunther, who God knows what he's going to do. And then my jobber husband come out there. You need to be out there right now. We need to jumble.
I mean,
it was JobberCon this weekend. Who knew?
Forget D23, we got JobberCon.
I mean, I look at it this way. It was just like, it was a very good opening segment, but I thought they kept the story still going because we go backstage and Sammy is talking to Nick Aldis. And you know what? He didn't call out the stupidity of the 30-day clause for Chelsea, but he did call out the stupidity of the hoops that Sammy has to go through to get title shots. How he has to wrestle injured, he has to be hurt, he has to do this. And all Cody has to do is say, win. And it's bullshit. I can understand his frustration. Then Nick Aldis, after Cody shows up, Do it again.
Cody was there
tells him-
first, Eric. How are you remembering this?
Huh?
Cody was talking first. Sammy
Cody shooed Jason Jordan away to talk to Nick Aldis
in front of Nick Aldis, which I want to point out that I don't know if I'm correct about this, but I believe budget cuts have released Nick Aldis' office. I don't remember the last time I've actually seen him in his office. He's done everything outside the office. That's the first thing about me. I was like, is it budget cuts into his office? But yeah, man, you're right. Cody shows up after the shooing away of Jason Jordan and saying, when do I get my hands on Randy Orton? Let's stop beating around the bush, Nick. Okay? Whenever somebody says Nick, I always think they're going to go with the racial slur.
No.
Beat around the bush, nigga. Let's go.
Well, only you would do that. Well, I didn't care because Cody bores me. But literally,
wait, that's your guy.
No, he ain't my guy right now. I'm sick of his ass. But so Nick put Sammy in an impossible situation. He's hurt, but he can fight. He can fight Cody tonight. And if he beats Cody tonight, he'll get the winner of KO and CM Punk. And Sammy's like, damn, I guess I gotta do this.
That's why Sammy's upset.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis needs to be fired again. This is ridiculous. This is favoritism, retaliation. I've seen it all happen here. Because Sammy Sammy lost his title, never got a clean rematch for it. Cody, again, like he's just walked up and was like, hey, I want to fight Randy Orton. Cody, I'm going to give you a title match if you beat Randy Orton. Man, fuck that. He didn't even ask for that. Didn't even ask.
In between the drama, we got Corbin defeating Melo and Trick and Yachty return. Who cares about that? So we go to the second important.
How dare you just brush past the SmackDown Black segment of the week?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marcus.
What the fuck? Oh, no. But you know what? Cover your whites. Cover your whites. I know how you like your wrestling like you like your eggs. White.
You got some black eggs? I've never seen black eggs.
No, man. Egg whites. The point is egg whites instead of egg yellows, okay,
man? Remember how Marcus
it's
cooked.
more of an Asian race show.
Them eggs is burnt. You know how he cooking them eggs like, damn, I burnt my eggs again. Shit, black eggs, here we go.
Kind of close to it.
First of all, if you are burning eggs, there's something wrong with you.
Okay, man. Sometimes those 1 minute and 30 seconds is a little longer than you think.
1 minute and 30 seconds? What you doing in 1 minute and 30 seconds?
That's all it takes to make eggs.
I've never
timed my egg making.
Well, I guess I'm the only one professional.
And what type of eggs are you making?
Eggs, okay? Don't worry about it.
No, because there's multiple types of eggs. Scrambled egg.
I do sunny side and scramble. I don't do anything else because I can't do anything else.
You
I'm
take
not
your
doing
pan.
or an omelet.
You don't make an omelet? Omelets are delicious.
You put your pan on the heat. Let the pan get heated up. Once the pan got a little heat to it, you add your oil to it.
Eric,
let the oil get hit.
Just because this is the only subject you're smart in.
and then you add your eggs, and then you do that.
And first of all, what are you claiming that, describing how you make your eggs that's different from me saying it takes 1 minute and 30 seconds?
I don't think I've ever timed it as 1 minute and 30 seconds. I never thought about, let me time my eggs.
How long do you think it takes to make eggs?
Depends on how you're making it. If you want to pristine omelet, you go low and slow.
Boring ass scrambled eggs.
You go low and slow, baby.
Yeah, but how long?
Marcus, I don't think you're adding the time that it takes to heat the pan to the right temperature for you to cook it.
Yeah, I am.
And to heat the oil?
Yeah, oil. I don't use oil. I just use butter. You melt the butter, throw your egg in there, scramble it up.
That's why your eggs is dark.
You got eggs.
Dark.
Nothing like egg being cooked in butter with heart disease.
Heart disease, baby.
Hey, I don't care. Heart disease, cholesterol, it's all in one package. Okay?
Well, since we on the fat train,
I don't eat breakfast anyway.
Since we're on the fat train, let's go to the CM Punk Kevin Owens thing. For 20
doesn't
years,
change the fact that Eric like his wrestling like he likes his eggs.
For 20 years, CM Punk has been calling.
Oh, so we're skipping the Mellow segment still.
You say you had nothing to say. I'm moving on.
You moved on. You said all of that.
It was a match. They had a match. Trick and Yachty came back. Nothing has been solved. He's still walking around with the furry belt.
It has been solved. Mello's dead, okay? Bless you. You know what? No, fuck you. Mello is dead. Okay, they've killed Melo. They may as well release him at this point. And the main thing to be said about this is, one, Baron Corbin and his motorcycle need to stop, especially if he's coming out with the fluffy United States title, which I believe he's starting to like. Because he's hanging it. He could have changed that shit 3 weeks already. 3 weeks.
Do you know what? I miss burning ships, Baron Corbin. Bring that one back.
Burning ships.
Burning ships.
I kind of miss the lone wolf.
I burned all my ships. Well, I believe he's a combination of lone wolf and burning ships and white supremacist Barry Corbin.
He got a lot going. He got a lot on his plate.
Corporate Corbin.
So can I move on since we talked a little bit about it? I can talk about Punk and Owens.
Go ahead.
All right.
I just feel like he's gonna brush over the blacks again in Collision like later.
Yeah.
Even though they were involved.
Can't wait for that.
You ain't covering the swirl.
I am. I'm talking about the four.
And
in
AAA we have no opportunity to cover any blacks in AAA because there ain't no blacks, and that's why AAA. That's why Undertaker love it.
So Kevin Owens is out there. He accuses Punk of talking behind his back for 20 years, ruining all his opportunities. And he also treated people that Owens cared about very poorly and horribly, and they all hate Punk for that. He also accuses him of being performative and not being genuine, and he's only there because there isn't any other place for him to go to. And he said he wanted him to call him fat. He said, "Call me fat and sloppy. Call me fat and sloppy." Punk simply said, "Are you calling yourself that? Because I haven't called you that." He said when he looks at Owens, he sees a tough guy and wouldn't take him lightly next week in Toronto. He said he also sees a guy who spoke 2 languages and is smarter than he is. He also sees a guy who avoids doing the work, and that makes him stupid. He said he sees a tough guy, but a bum. He has been crying over this stuff for 20 years, and in Toronto, he would put his fat ass to sleep. Fat ass to sleep.
Fat ass to sleep.
Being Marcus being a rotund person, Marcus, were you offended by him talking about the fatness of KO?
No, because I think fat people need to understand that they are fat. I don't understand what the fuck. We are fat. Like, if you get offended by someone calling you fat, that's like being upset that the sky is blue or me being bald. Like,
we are.
This is a fact. I don't understand. I'll be upset when you come at me with non-facts. That's a lie, motherfucker. But no, he called him fat. And KO's in good shape for fat. He fat, but he ain't fat. He ain't Samoa Joe fat.
He ain't Shane Taylor fat yet.
He ain't Mason Rooks fat. Now we can talk about fat people. Like those are real awkward body shape fat. I'd say Otis is a good fat compared to like Mason Rooks or Shane Taylor, where it's just a good round. They're just kind of like all over the place.
I'm gonna put Shane Taylor as worse.
Worse than KO
Mason
and
Rooks.
Otis?
I would say worse than Mason Rooks.
Why?
Because Mason Rooks may be fat. Mason Rooks may be fat, but I saw something with Shane Taylor this week. He's wearing a singlet under a singlet, so he's preventing jiggle.
No, Manny, he's wearing a compression singlet under the singlet. That's what he's doing.
No, you might as well tell people that he's wearing Spanx.
Yeah, he is. He's holding that shit in.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the Shane Taylor segment. We should not.
El Luchador said, Punk is in his Scott Steiner era. He's roided and calling people fat. Apparently, people say that's not true. He did not take drugs. He's just eating a leaner diet, but I don't care about that. Yeah, but you gotta
remember, El Luchador hates CM Punk.
I know.
Yeah, but you know, he's in the right. But my favorite thing about this segment, and I think CM Punk won the segment, by the way. I feel like Kevin Owens' argument was just sound like some whiny person from still crying over something from 20 years ago. As CM Punk said, "Oh, all your loser friends don't like me. You don't like me. I like to avoid losers. I don't like losers. So it worked for me." Or whatever the paraphrase it was. And I thought that was the comeback line of the year. When he was talking about the elite and all Kevin's friends and how they don't like him and all that. I thought that was the comeback. And I think there was no recovery from that. I think Kevin Owens had no recovery.
Manny, do you agree with Marcus, or do you have your own separate take of what took place?
No, it's pretty much what happened. I think... but I do think KO needs to beat him. Punk as champion is boring. It's so boring. That whole top level is so boring. If I get another segment with one of them raising their voice, whether it's him, Cody, I'm done.
Raising their voice. Maybe I believe that's all wrestlers in wrestling.
No, but it's always
right?
Cody.
Don't they all wrestlers?
Cody always out there hollering every week. Every week because he's been beaten up.
Can you name me a current wrestler that isn't hollering right now?
Kenny Omega, because he speaks so softly.
No, that's
Actually,
and boring.
I think he is hollering. It's just you can't tell.
No, I would
Come on, Will. I tell you, Will.
Mark,
this week at All In,
that sound like your Rey
we'll
Mysterio.
get you.
The very next
no.
segment.
Rey Mysterio is much more raspy.
The very
Like
next
this.
segment after the whole Punk and Owens mark is that man did not holler. He just let Gunther know, I'll whoop your ass. And that's what Gunther called Balor a shadow of himself. And I was like, how you gonna disrespect Finn like that?
You are a shell of your shell.
I was like, damn. Now we all know Finn gonna lose. What's the principle of the situation?
Finn looked small in this situation. He looked very small. He looked like a little kid, and a grown man walking the road was like, shut up, you little punk. Even though that man is 40-something years old. Like, it's ridiculous. But, Manny, are you happy you getting the match?
Yeah, what? How many years later? 7?
I'm shocked that none of you guys want to support Finn Balor and say I would have let him kept the Universal Championship and not stripped him of the title because due to his injury.
Yeah, but that was a different time then, Marcus.
I would have saved him.
That was the Vince McMahon era.
So we got some title changes that took place. The Sons of Haku, although they're still trying to call them the MFT, but they, the Sons of Haku, defeated R-Truth and Damian Priest and the War Raiders. Hopefully this sparks some life into the tag division. And then it even...
Can we take a moment in time? There's moments of silence for something. I think we need a moment of time, a moment of laughter at that statement of saving the tag division in WWE. That will never happen. Ever.
I know.
It's been dead since the Killer Bees ran roughshod, Eric.
Yeah, but then something else that could save the division is that when
No. When was the last time these bald fucks were in Triple H defending their title?
we're talking about the War Raiders. I was like, what are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about the Killer Bees. I was like, man, what they do to you? They showed up on one show, and Manny's like, you fucking ball fucks. Man, let the Killer Bees live.
And one of the biggest highlights of the night, JC Jane brought gold to her faction by defeating Tiffany Stratton, which made me so happy. I was like, Stratton is like Punk. I don't need her to have a strap either. I mean, I felt the U.S. title being more prominent right then and there with JC Jane having it and her henchmen.
I don't. That whole team is dangerous. Strip them. Send them back to NXT. Send the other one to Evolve.
Well, they are the reason Chelsea is injured. If you watch Stevie Richards' video on the breakdown,
she's also the reason Brie Bella's injured. But I credit her for doing that.
That's God's work right there. That's God's
I feel like their injuries are working for everybody. I think Chelsea has never been more prominent in her career since that injury. And I will also say no one needed the Bella Twins to return.
And then early in the night, we had take the girls into her little closet, her locker room. But then you had Jade cut a promo with her baddie talking about tell Tater Tot to mind her own business. I was like, why we calling names? I was like, damn.
That's a mean name. But
I was like, damn. And
I laughed at the closet segment. Charlie didn't have no reason to be stuck in that closet.
Marcus,
like
it was
that.
A bunch of pictures of herself. She was at home. She was like, ooh.
No, she wasn't. Charlie is a queen of luxury and space. This was smaller than most elevators.
So, Manny, Kane says, so you're saying the scales are balanced, Manny?
Kind of. But something that was totally excusable. Paige's segment was cut from SmackDown.
It was. I don't know nobody who went and saw it online. I don't know anybody that's...
I saw it online, and I'm sure many has, and I'm sure other people. It has over 500,000 views. And I think it's because this was cut from SmackDown was a story. But my small potato story of the week. Here we go. Paige, Blake Monroe being cut from SmackDown, and Kent Wilson being cut from SmackDown. As in, this was going to be on there? I just feel like, what were those segments going to add? I thought it was a solid show that we really didn't need these segments.
Oh, also, this isn't technically a news story, but more of a fact. Guys, the 2 hours SmackDown's coming to an end. It's going back to 3 hours soon.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because.
Why?
Because
Next thing you know-
we got to find some way to get Jordan Grace on this show.
Next thing you know, Pat McAfee is gonna be back, and I
We
don't
gotta
need
get
that
Julius
either.
somehow. We gotta dig up Julius somehow.
Well, the main event took place. You know, Cody made his entrance. Sammy came out to make his entrance, but then Randy
Strike.
Orton had evil in his eye because he killed Punk, but before he killed Cody, but before he did that, he killed the damn security guard. I don't know. That security guard is probably in concussion protocol. He threw his head down hard. I don't know why you want to be WWE security, but that's how the show ended. Randy beating up Cody, and I guess Sammy being screwed out the title shot because technically that means Cody wins the match. That's what happened.
No, the match even,
No,
the match never started.
Oh, the bell didn't ring. Okay.
Yeah. So it is a strike though. All right. The strike is going to WWE and them trying to think they gonna tell me we about to have a main event with like 5 minutes left of the show. You ain't AEW and gonna give us a 45-minute overrun. We know this. Your show go in on time. So I thought we may have flipped back into 3 hours because I was like, this match ain't happening. This match ain't happening. They got 5 minutes. And lo and behold, that match did not happen. So strike for even trying to tell people that this match was happening. There was no way you believed that anything was happening here.
I've got a strike, or it could be a star. I don't know. But I've never been in a situation where Daivari is the one disarming the individual to prevent murder.
Yeah, I was very upset because when Cody got his ass killed, nobody stopped Randy. So that just tells me everybody in the back think Cody's a bitch and they can stop him. It shows that they could. I mean, simple as that. Like,
Well, how do you know they didn't get balls for watching Adam Pearce this week? Who did he make that save with? They were about to hit somebody with a chair, and Adam Pearce made that sweet ass save with the chair. Oh my God, who did he save this week on? It was the Braun Breaker segment,
Marcus,
right?
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time,
Maybe
Marcus,
they
you
were
gotta think,
inspired.
Marcus, if you do this, Marcus, you gonna stop Randy? No. You gonna stop Cody? Yeah, I can. I can do that. Randy fucking crazy. You know Randy crazy. He'll put you on top of him and hit you with the chair.
Kicked me
Cody,
in my head.
Cody's a bitch. We all know Cody's a bitch.
The biggest bitch in the company is CM Punk for getting his ass whooped last night by Micah Lockwood, who I think that's her name. I don't say Micah. I don't know if that's the first name.
I mean, Bailey.
But yeah, she beat his ass on the live event on NXT show. She powerbombed and kicked his ass.
You know, shout out to him jobbing
Oh, that's
somebody.
real.
Clearly, she's not one of Kevin Owens' friends, and she can't have a 20-year grudge against him. Overall, I thought SmackDown was a fun show, except for the ending. I think it was a cop-out with the attack. As Marcus says, 5 minutes left. You know what's about to go down. But I thought everything else really told a good story.
What'd you guys do you think the CM Punk, whose side are we supposed to be on in the CM Punk and Kevin Owens side? Is CM Punk a heel for calling him fat?
I'm going on KO's side.
Yeah? So he
I'm
deserves to have that
I'm
big
tired of
finger
Punk.
pointing at the nipple?
I'm
Mark,
tired of Punk. I think Kevin Owens deserves better.
I
You think he's going to win?
No.
No,
Yeah, you
but
think he's
I'm
gonna
with KO as well.
Punk be
I think
politicking.
I'm tired of Punk. I'm tired of old people. I mean, Damian Priest said it 3 weeks
He's
ago.
old too.
We need some new faces. The boys in the locker room want some new faces.
He's
ain't
older
one of
than
those face
everyone.
ones.
Out his dirt!
When I think
Hey, wait a minute.
Blows
You know what?
up.
Because you dated a very young lady, you made someone in her 20s. Don't say we need new faces.
Wait. My card of the week. Where the fuck is Nakamura and his people? I didn't get no segment.
They got cut
nothing.
too. They got cut too. You did. He said, "I'm bringing
I
me a
got that
chicken
segment.
time bomb." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, I'll withdraw my card then. So let's
And then
talk
you saw a
about
silhouette. You saw a silhouette of a man.
let's talk about a show that I never thought I would see this in a wrestling show. And El Luchador, I hope you're still here because maybe you could justify back-to-back 8-man tags. I don't know how that goes. But we got AEW Collision starts off with a 6-man tag.
Can we come
Strike.
Triple A first? Strike.
You have Brodito and Hangman against the
I'm giving it a
Lethal.
strike because it's aired on TV.
I see. So Marcus and Manny,
Collision happened, so I gave it a strike. It's Saturday.
I
you know what
think you
that
guys do not like the Lethal twist, but I like them. I see some upside in them. I don't think they can be called twists, but I think that they're one of the few highlights in AEW. Did they get offered up to Slaughter? Yes. Did this trios match really not make me care? Yes. Did the demand coming afterwards attacking the winners make me care anymore because of the demand Lethal twist? It was a lot of shit that was going on that I was like, wow, this is how we starting off. But okay, here we are. a trios match, and I didn't know we were upgrading from trios to quads. Didn't know that was happening. It happens though.
So yeah, we start with this match with the they're now calling themselves the good and the bad and the ugly. That you can pick and choose all of it. I just consider the whole segment that, just like, I do not care. I thought the Swirl had some nice combination moves. That's it.
Betty, what about
That's
you?
it. That's all I got.
I was just at times 4. Little did I know I was going to stay on times 40 for the entire show.
So we get a backstage segment where, Don Callis shows how he's a genius, because we're having this qualified match, and he has Hintacero versus Brian Cage. And he says it doesn't matter who wins. Doesn't matter who wins, because you know who wins?
Hold on, pause everything. I need a pause right now in the center of this show. Eric, you need to commit to this, okay? Right now in this show. Manny's committed to it. I'm committed to it. Hintacero doing all this shit. You never do it.
Because Hintacero's not my guy. He's not my guy.
You gotta jump into on this, man.
I'm not.
You jump in.
This is the line in the sand right here. This show.
I am loyal. I am loyal to El Clone and the Beast Mortos. Those are my two. Those are who I.
What do you mean you can't support? You don't even have to support Hintacero. You can just do the shit.
I'm not doing his magical things because I'm not doing it. I'm not. You guys can have that.
This is why our show don't have Death Rider lights.
I walk alone on this one. With that being said, Hintacero beat Brian Cage's ass, which is no surprise. I didn't think Brian Cage was going to win. I just said. I was also trying to figure out why was he even in this qualifying match. Why?
I just think that they have had Brian Cage wrestle a million matches, and I think he's lost 99.9% of these matches.
Yeah, but why is he even considered in contention for the world title? The winner of this gets a world title match.
Yeah, the same reason AR Fox gets a title match every other week, or Nick Wayne or the Swirl this week got a trios title match, because Tony's like, because.
I agree with El Luchador. TK needs to let somebody book Collision. He really does.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do something about this.
Because
but
he clearly don't care, and you know it.
So,
fuck Collision. I forgot. Let me put something together.
We get a promo backstage by Darby Allin. And for me, when I listen to Darby Allin cut a promo as a white supremacist, it makes it even more hilarious to me. Because in my head, pretty much
a sad white supremacist. I never.
Because he said that he's upset that Kevin Knight changed. And he said his daddy Sting told him he didn't have to change to get become successful. And I'm like, bitch, he can go a different road that you went. Kevin Knight ain't done much different. He ain't done nothing really awful as a bad guy. He just aligned with Don Callis, and he aligned with Don Callis when he was the champion. So it's not like he's evil.
He did kick Darby Allin's ass after Darby Allin lost his title for no reason. He just did it. I mean, if someone kicked my ass for no reason, I would be upset with them too. But I wouldn't be sitting there getting my head against the wall like, you changed, man. You changed.
Where was he? Wasn't he against a train or something?
Thank you, Ella. He was leaning against
something. No,
he was in the back. I think he was by the production trucks because Jungle Boy was in the stairway bleeding up the white stairway. In case we get to there later.
Jungle Boy gets a strike. Can we go to that right now? It's just a segment.
I don't want.
It's just a segment. He gets a strike. Because I seen the match with him and Josh Moxley. He wasn't bleeding that much. That man cut himself again.
When that match ended, he was not bleeding that profusely.
Yeah, he cut himself again.
He cut himself again for a black man. Marcus, first of all, how did Swerve find him in the stairway? Like, what was he doing? Was he taking the stairs someplace?
Yeah, and second of all, Swerve...
Because remember that time Swerve drank blood? I think he can just sense it now, wherever he is.
Yeah, but I believe Swerve might lose his black card over this scenario. Might lose his black card. I see a bloody white man alone by himself talking in a staircase. I am not going up that stairwell. Not because I'm afraid of the white man, but I'm afraid that he may call the police and say I did the shit.
All he had to do was put blood on Swerve, and the police gonna come and arrest Swerve ass.
35 years on Swerve for attempted murders.
And on top of that, and then Swerve should go do 35 years because you should never call it a Swerve fight. That don't hit right.
Right,
so when I was watching this segment, I thought in my head, if Jack Perry ever becomes AEW World Champion, I think that's the time I'll take my sabbatical from AEW. And then in that vein, In that vein, as I thought it, Rika seemed to agree with me because this is what happened. She's like, yeah, Dad, we could be going for a walk instead of watching this bullshit.
What is going on here? You ain't on that level of killers. You ain't on that. No, Swerve. Everybody's on a level of killers, and that's the problem with AEW. Everybody gets pushed to the limit no matter who they wrestle. You could be wrestling
not everybody,
Jay Lethal and John Moxley could have a match, and he pushed them to the limit.
No, Marcus, the Divine Dominion took care of their lightweight this week. They took care of their jobbers. They got in there and did the work, but then they got jumped by the Brawling Birds. I mean, if Viva Van was there, it might have been a little bit more work like it was the week prior. But, they did what they needed to do.
Question.
Go ahead, Manny.
Manny, jump on
what is your thing with Viva Van? What's going on?
Yeah.
You love to say Viva Van.
This is a Clark Connor situation in which these two names are the only two names in this existence you have ever remembered. Viva Van isn't worth your memory, but yet I remember Viva Van.
That's awesome.
What are we talking about? I want to give a strike.
It was talking about the Divine Dominion doing their job.
Oh, no, it wasn't a strike. It was the Divine Dominion going there and get out. The Brawling Birds came out there and attacked. And I guess Jamie Hayer decided to dress up as Cammy today. I hope she ain't walking around in public like that. I was like, where her pants at? Like,
I need
your
to ask
partner got
TK a
pants
question.
Yeah.
I need to ask TK a question because, like, during the pre-show, we racked our brains trying to figure out black independent wrestlers from a certain time period. Where's Tony Khan finding all these black jobbers? Where?
We're not there yet. Oh yeah,
we are. No, he's not.
Where did he dig up these two for the Divine Dominion?
Oh, true.
Tony,
we have.
As Neil would tell you, man, he go to Wrestle Universe, and that's where Tony's at.
So we have Nigel McGuinness defeat Shibata. I don't think we care about that match, right? Because we need to get to the first of the 8-man tag. This match here.
No, Ed, you need to cover this. It say Nigel won after beating Shibata, but Nigel was injured. We'll have an update tomorrow on Monday when we talk about the cup in a special live video where I was like, what is this cup? What are the rules to this thing? And if Nigel is hurt, what does that even mean? Who cares?
I will point out it's the next match. I don't know why.
Strike.
This was probably my highlight of the week. I was entertained for no reason whatsoever. It was the Rascals with Leo Rush. And Leo Rush tried to do this, coming out with the umbrella, and then they get to the ring, and it's a team of brothers, 4 brothers, that I don't even know what their names are. But one dude had the worst haircut I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was just like, what is this? Where did you find these? Were these people day laborers someplace? Were these like Wish a wrestler? I don't know who these guys were. I was just like, and the sad part about it, every time I see the Rascals, whether they're a tag team or they're in singles match, they always lose it. And there was a part of me that wanted them to lose tonight, just because I wanted those black people to make a name for themselves, but they didn't.
Don't wish that on Leo.
That's what they said. That's what they said when they came out to the ringside. Hey guys, let's make a name for ourselves.
I don't know why this match happened. I don't know why this match happened. And like the point, I understand the Rascals having a squash match. I'm okay living with that. But why have special guest Leo Rush?
Don't know.
To be like he gonna join our squash match.
What his names was Ice Williams.
because they don't have any, because they had Danhausen, they fumbled that, and now that he's making so much merch money for them over in WWE, they think, oh, we've got another character in Leo. Let's try and shoehorn him into everything now.
Yeah. And the thing is, when they shoehorn him in, it was like watching a great a shitty. It was like watching LeBron in 2004 with that Cavalier team. When you look around, you go like, he's the only one on this team that I care about in this whole segment.
Well, and the thing about it, it's like you get to the situation and you say, man, how can Collision even top itself? You know how they top itself? We have another back-to-back 8-man tag match. And I haven't seen this in Survivor Series, and I'm talking about vintage Survivor Series. When's the last time we had back-to-back 8-man matches.
Hey, this is unprecedented. This is a back-to-back 8-man squash match.
Yes. and Marcus, the thing about they did differently this time is that they reversed the roles. In the previous match, you had black jobbers. In this match, you have black jobbers who are going to win. You had the Hurt Syndicate.
What the hell?
That's true, Marcus.
It's true.
Bobby Lashley's a jobber now. Bobby Lashley is a jobber.
I refuse to call Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin jobbers.
No,
I refuse to say it like that. To compare them to the people in the previous match is outrageous.
The moment Shane Taylor handed him that envelope of money and he counted it, and that guy was telling him, yeah, it's all real money, Bobby. You count it. It's all real. It's all there, Bobby. That was the moment Bobby Lashley's career just fell.
And Marcus, let me also point out, they left. They jumped off the apron, Marcus, and I don't give a fuck. And guess what happened? They still won. They still get to go to the pay window.
What do you think was going to happen? Who are they fighting? Look at that.
And then,
Marcus, one day that could be your next Hechicero. Just shush.
and then I asked myself this question. I'm like, oh,
Why is Lucha doing that? Why is he not in the Roman Reigns tournament?
Then we go to Mercedes versus Zeta Steel, and I'm like, Mercedes is a main eventer. She should be closing out Collision. Why is she the opening match between the main event? I was very disappointed with this placement on the show.
This is one of the biggest strengths. I would have preferred this is the main event than the main event we got.
Yeah, it made no sense.
However, Mercedes is my big potato of the week.
Big potato. Big potato.
Because she Joe Jackson twice this week. She Joe Jackson twice this week.
She took Chris Daniels out. Get his ass.
She meant business. And in the same vein, Willow is my small potatoes of the week. Because that promo was trash.
It was.
I'm still smiling, bitch. I'm still smiling.
That was the best line. But like, it's some people that don't need microphones.
Hold on, my small potato moment of the week, since Manny jumped in there, is so before the Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly match.
That's my small potato.
Yeah, they cut to Renee. And she asked Willow Nightingale who she thought would win. After Willow was called a dumb bitch and everything, she goes out and says, Willow, a few years ago, would have said Kyle O'Reilly would have killed Roderick Strong. But she's been hanging around Roddy a few weeks, so she thinks Roddy wins this one. Willow's been called a dumb bitch before, and she was proven to be wrong again. And then she was completely wrong. She's completely wrong. Just say, you don't do that to people.
Small potatoes was Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. In no year in the last 20 years is this the main event. This might even be a cool down match with no one needed this. No one needed this match at all. No one did. It is for the fucking tournament again.
Towards the back end of Black and Gold, this would have been a main event.
This would have been undisputed. I think this was a main event in the Undisputed Era, the dissension of that. I think it was a main event at some point. But on that side note, though, this should not be main event anything in 2026. Both guys have had their time. At minimum, the Christian and Edge talking to the Young Bucks might have been the biggest star power they had on this show. That could have made it in that 30 seconds.
Omega was there first. Remember, Omega was there, but he was talking.
Omega too. Yeah.
Anytime Omega talk, I consider that a strike because he needs to keep it short and brief. Fuck
Omega. It's getting heavy. We're back there talking about stuff, and Eddie and Cope and Cage come over, and then Kenny looks over and is like, guys, this looks a little personal. I'm gonna leave. As he's holding a lead pipe.
Yeah.
The thinnest lead pipe. The thinnest lead pipe.
He should smoke that thing. That's the kind of pipe that is.
Out that I'm in no place to talk about this. No place to talk about anybody and body shaming anybody in this situation. But Swerve Strickland, when he was backstage with Jungle Boy, looked like he was carrying a potato under that shirt. His belly was kind of protruding out. I was like, bro, what's going on? You eating good? You eat good, fam?
It's not that bad. That is not that bad.
It's a little sassy, though.
It's a little sassy. Look at that.
No, but with the back curve, he does look like a woman.
Like
he invited him to the Swerve party.
That hand gesture, that's...
So let's get down to the big potato of the week. That's Triple I. Triple I.
Oh, no. We're done. We're done. This is my best show of the week. I'm joking.
Triple I.
Well, hold on, Eric. If this is his best show of the week, I require Marcus to be drug tested.
I don't think I need to be drug tested, but I need to be check my DNA and see if someone hasn't took over my body.
So the greatest thing about Triple I is that they find many ways to get Ray from doing his second job of being a translator for doing his GM job. The show starts
Andrea did it better. Andrea did it better, and I think Ray needs to be fired. He needs to be fired.
We get a package of what happened last week. That we saw the package between Dominic and El Grande Americano, and the next thing you know, it's a full-out brawl that's going on. And Ray is like, "Oh, I gotta get out there to do this. I gotta get out." And he breaks it up, and then Andrea is just right there to translate, and she does an excellent job. And I hope we keep the narrative going. Each week is somebody else translating.
No, I just need Andrea to do it every week because Ray did it again later on in the night, and then you just saw the difference of how bad he is.
Yeah, I need her fired because she's too good at it, and I prefer my bad translation. I want Sabio, I want the little tweeb that did it the week before after that, and I want Ray. I want the bad ones because I thought she did a good job, and I didn't know what to say other than, look at you people, you're pathetic. She's out there doing a solid job.
I thought that she put a lot of emotion and inflection into her words she was saying.
What's her
name? And I thought she was going to continue to do the interpreting, and I was disappointed when Ray came back. Because Ray could have took this time away from the booth to do more GM stuff and figure out where the fuck Pagano's at. I still ain't got no update on Pagano, and I'm upset about that. It's time I need to know.
Why is there no press conference on that and someone asking that question?
Yeah.
Pieces of shit.
He's loaded the press conference room with only people he trusts. This man's out of control.
So we get Ray Phoenix versus Nosy Boy, and I think Nosy Boy is gonna be a good performance.
Noisy.
No, I can't. I've said noisy. I just can't really get it out.
You said noisy right there. You
said nosy. You said nosy boy twice.
Like you looking out your curtain.
No, I'm having.
You looking at him.
Anyway, Ray Phoenix had it, but then afterwards, though, his brother interrupts Penta.
You skip this match was. Do you know what? I've become a fan of Noisy Boy with his knee springboard moves.
Yeah, he's a very good performer. Very good.
I enjoyed it. You skipped over all of him.
Huh?
Skipped over Nosy Boy.
Because you guys know I don't break down matches. I talk about stories here. I'm here about the stories.
We are too, but sometimes you gotta sit back and go, hey, you know what? That was a hell of a match right there.
Nah, because the story that got me right here, because I felt bad for Ray Phoenix. So,
Why?
Penta interrupts him, right?
He didn't interrupt him.
Yeah, after the match. He does his
He was practically in the back. He was practically in the back.
But I know
interruption.
It's not about Penta interrupting him. It's about Penta cutting his promo talking about he ain't had no family. And I'm like, your brother just left the ring. He was like, I ain't had no family. I did this on my own, blah, blah, blah.
No, he's compared to like a mob family and not like family.
Well, then
he's talking about Roman.
He talking about he ain't got no family, and then Perros de Mal come out there and couldn't find out that was his family, and we got histories, and then it became an ultimatum. You need to tell us if you're going to be with us by the end of the night, Penta.
You're leaving out so much stuff. You're leaving out so much stuff. The hugs, except when it came to Bronco. You were like, nah, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
He didn't even acknowledge the woman.
No, he didn't.
He did not.
He should have fought her.
But she came out first. She came up and said she's a woman of death. You're dead. But Dino was doing streams like, you're one of us, man. Join us and give it off to us. But I'm going to have to give them a strike.
Why?
So, when this happened, so we've had our opening segment. We've had our match. We know AAA is only an hour long of a show. So, he going to tell me I have until the end of the night to make my decision. Man, you gave me 15 minutes. That was not the end. It is already the end of the night. The show airs at 7 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. It is already night. You gave me to the end of the night. You gave me no time to make the decision. So when the next match ends, they confront Penta. Have you made up your mind? Penta barely had time to get the makeup off his chin before they came back.
Makeup off though, Mark. He was in there like, what am I gonna do?
So what I'm saying is, Perros de Mal should have gave him more time, and now we get what I believe could only be perceived as a classic is Bronco Lima versus Penta. I believe next week.
Next week. We're gonna see what he can do.
It's ridiculous. Get me to the end of the night. Why don't you just tell me 15 minutes, man? I don't have the time.
I don't know what happens next week, Kane. I don't know. I'm intrigued, though, because I don't think Bronco should win, but you never know.
No, Penta's winning.
A win against Penta would put him on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, his boy got to win this week. His boy got to win without him. You know, he would have been for himself.
Which is my theory is the Undertaker don't like blacks. He ain't had a black man down there since Javon.
Mark, he have almost.
Almost has been suspended.
He's still been black down there. So
he's still been black down there.
He's still been black down there. He's still been. That is Shakespearean broken English. That's all that was. He's still been black down there. I can imagine that line in Game of Thrones for some reason. He's still been black down there. What does that mean? I don't know.
It means all. So we get to the main event. It's LaParca versus Psycho Clown. And my issue with this is that Ray's back on commentating. And like I said earlier, I still don't have any word on Pagano. You are the worst GM ever. This man has been attacked, and it's a random dude attacking everybody else. I ain't even see the rest of the Psycho Circus around. I don't know where nobody's at. There's no updates. But, you know, Psycho Clown tried to get into the tournament to face Roman, and he's going against LaParca. I knew LaParca was winning this match, but I didn't know that they're not even calling the crazed fan that attacks him. They don't have a name for him yet. They're still trying to figure this out. But I know it's Drake Moreau. I mean, I guess it is what it is. LaParca wins, and that's how the show goes on. I mean,
are they gonna bring Roxanne to the show too? She is of Hispanic heritage. I believe she is Mexican. I believe, if I'm correct. Are they gonna bring Roxanne down there?
I don't know.
Anyway, so as the title of the show, not our title, but the song of Ada, were you here to party, Eric? And did you party watching this episode of
I did. It did, because, you know, I came to party. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. You know, you had two solid matches, you know, and they had the tomfoolery in between. You got Penta fighting Bronco Nima. Probably gonna be the main event next week. I'm assuming it has to be. It ain't open no show.
It's funny that's just the middle of the show.
Like, Mark, they only give us two matches.
Ray Phoenix is never a main event of this show.
No.
But he's defending his title.
Ray Phoenix just there. He's just somewhere to do.
But overall, I thought it was a solid weekend of professional wrestling, like, you know, with Smackdown and even Collision, because they gave me back-to-back 8-man matches, which I hadn't seen in a while. And I thought Triple I was a very good closeout. It was a good cherry on top of the Sunday. I mean, Dynamite was blah. NXT, we have another Wild Samoan out there. It's a solid show. I mean, but I think that, you know, shout out to Grayson Waller come out there and putting some injection into the NXT roster. And also, Tony D got to go. That's the worst commentating I've ever heard. And Manny, I know I've let
you know you said that about everybody though.
Huh?
It's the worst commentating I've ever heard.
Tony D was like,
he said 3 times in this show alone.
He was like, I'm just sitting here watching. I'm like, shut up, dude. You're the champion. What the fuck, man? Get on my nerves. Yeah, so. I can't stand Tony D. He needs to be.
Many froze.
He froze. I mean, but Marcus, at least he froze with happiness. Right? He froze with happiness. We talking about Tony D. That's the greatest thing about it.
It froze.
Fuck Tony D.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck him.
But yeah, I thought
he needs to be let go. Now that they've brought people, all the pieces in, he needs to be let go. Let him go.
You know, I think that something has championed Eric's line of, you know what my problem with AEW is? I think it's Manny's going, Tony needs to go. I think that's been on the past 20 episodes.
No, we need to do what he did to Two Dimes and throw Tony over the bridge. I think that's what we need to do.
Yes. He did the Two Dimes.
Well, he did 2 dimes.
Yeah, I know. You said, but guess what? Yeah, and then you said, guess what we need to do? And then you said he didn't do what he did to 2 dimes, and we never got the chance to guess. And he froze.
Oh, damn. Well, that tells us the internet is acting up right now, so we probably need to run. The guys are getting, maybe I shouldn't have been questioning what happened to Pagano. Some dude in the mask might come in and beat me up. And Ray won't have any answers. Ray won't.
Ray don't have answers. He can't even solve his translator situation.
Kay said, that's been since Tony D debut. Manny didn't like him and he had to go. I mean, Manny's been consistent.
Tell me something Tony D has done that's been impressive. His entire NXT run.
I thought he had a pretty good mob family going. And that time when Elektra Lopez was collecting money at the docks, I thought that was peak Tony D right there. The highest earnings they've ever gotten.
But again, that's what Elektra Lopez did. What did Tony D do?
He put her in that situation, okay?
Wait, was Electra Lopez collected? That was she was collected for Santos.
No, Baby Santos lost her in the agreement or deal or something. He ended up collecting for Tony D. And she was working at the Ducks.
And you know, sad part, there's only 2 people left in the Tony D family, and they both could all be let go.
He beat Toba for the North American title.
And then didn't do nothing with it. Did nothing with it.
I think he's beaten all the people on the main roster. Just ain't did nothing with it. But, you know, that is what it is.
That concludes the show. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of us recapping what happened over the weekend, you know.
I heard that next week on Collision, we're getting booked in a 6-person tag. I think we're getting squashed.
I mean, we're shit. We might look better than some of the jobbers that was out there before. And we can, Marcus. Hey, and we can find.
I know I would, because I'm jumping off the apron.
Hey, if we can find Ryan, we could be in one of those few 8-man tags.
We get an 8-man.
You know.
I think the bell's gonna ring. We're immediately jumping off the apron on the person in the ring, like, you motherfuckers. You ungrateful bastard. 3 people jumping off on me. I knew I didn't want to start this shit, man. Go on with it, man.
What's the team going to be called? Free Necks and Eric?
Who? Okay, let's say we were in this 8-man tag. We include Ryan as well. Who's the 8 people going at us on Collision next week? What team? Swirl. You got Cal's family. You got the Hurt Business.
Swirl, man. We're going against the Swirl, Marcus. We're going to get the Swirl got to get their win back, so they need us.
I feel like we have a competitive match with them, though.
Until Ryan quits.
Well, we're all quitting. I'm jumping to the apron. You can start the match if you want, Eric.
I'm not starting. I don't trust you to start the match.
I'm walking down the steps.
Slowly.
Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm Eric.
I'm Lord Manny Hayes. This is 100% going to happen. I'm going to no-show. I'm going to be paid already in no-show.
It's supposed to be 8 and 4 of you guys. Where's your partner? He said he didn't like the conditions. What conditions?
Trump didn't let him in. Trump didn't let him in. He saw that video of him laughing with Marcus about him having diarrhea.
Hey, my favorite Trump story of the week, because it's getting to this.
Here we go.
At this point. The greatest escape.
All we had to do was say Marcus' name. We've been done. Here we go.
I'm Marcus the grand finale. But the great escape of him leaving the food cart and leaving the rest of the staff to die is one of the funniest stories. And like, oh my God, that's terrible. Yeah, what a story. What a story of escape. It was like Mission Impossible done with someone that shit to himself. It's amazing.
You pointed that big figure at him, aren't you, Marcus?
On that tiny nipple. On that tiny
pointed
nipple.
at him, huh?
I don't know why it got so strange.
Because you
never happened.
Because you didn't tell Jim and I what to do, Marcus. You just let Jim and I do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they're normally consistent. Like, hey, title, cool, done.
And then you told him, make sure you give me Hulk Hogan colors.
No, yeah, well, Hulk Hogan colors are the show colors at this point. The past 5 thumbnails have had McDonald colors, as I'm calling them.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Anyway, we'll see you guys. There's no watch along or nothing next week, is it? No, right? It's a regular show.
No, Manny, they canceled. Kane canceled my flight. How does that have any control of this?
The next weekend watch along is August 30th for All In.
Okay, All In. All right.
But we back tomorrow with Wrestle Queendom from 2023.
Oh, the years. That was like last year, it feels like.
Or, I don't know. Maybe you want to switch things up. Maybe watch this.
I thought that's the end of the month, Manny. That's the end of the month.
I thought that was Kevin Owens with a 2x4. No, we're promoting this. This is going to be big business, guys. We're saving this for Labor Day.
I don't know how you guys are gonna make it through this match, man. This man just went home.
Tough guy.
Anyway, we out. We'll see you guys.
Like that whole hit a vent and just kept going throughout the entire apartment.
Rick is judging you guys. Just know that.